You know, for a long time, I've been using Planar Tracker and Davinci Resolve to track text and video and stuff to other things, mainly other vehicles. Over on my other channel, I do a lot of motovlogs, so I end up doing a lot of riding around, and there's other cars and buildings I can slap stuff to. Anyway, I found a way to retain the body lines of a car when I'm slapping text on it and tracking it to it. That's pretty cool, and I wanted to share it with you. So welcome back to Creator Reality, my friends. Today, we're going to dive in the Fusion tab of Davinci Resolve. Got a fun one for you, not too long, hopefully, but it adds a little extra pizzazz and helps sell the effect. So I'm calling this one the vinyl wrap effect. Let's get into Resolve and take a look at what I'm talking about. Pretty subtle, right? If I zoom in, you can see we still have the body lines and a little bit of wear on this. Yeah, it's it's pretty cool. This is neat. And it does require a little bit of extra stuff. So let's take a blank version of this clip. It's just nothing's been touched. We're going to right click and say new Fusion clip. Well, we don't have to say it. We have to click it. And then we're going to right click and open in Fusion page. Now we've got nothing going on but our clip. And the first thing we want to do is press Shift Spacebar and type in plan, because then you'll get the Planar Tracker. We'll hit Add, and we'll come to, in this case, about frame 117. You want to pick a frame where most of your target object is visible. So we're going to come to 117, and we're going to click Set, and we're going to change our tracker type from point to hybrid point area, and then Control mouse wheel to zoom in a little bit. We still want to see most of the car, right? And what the Planar Tracker is looking for is high contrast pixels. So we're going to start right about there, drag it to here, and we're going to draw a box, and then we're going to complete the box right there. See, I've got a different icon. It goes from the plus sign to the plus with a circle. Boom. Now that's set. All we have to do is track backwards. We're going to use this icon, track to start, and you'll see those green pixels. Those are the pixels that Resolve is tracking as it goes backwards through the clip. Then we're going to click Go to go back to our reference frame and track forward. And it's going to track forward, and you see those same green pixels. And if Resolve has enough, it'll be pretty smooth and awesome. So we're going to click Go again, because our reference frame is where everything is the most visible. And we're going to click in open space, and we're going to drag a text node in right about here. And we're going to type in subscribe. There we go. We change our font a little bit. I like using impact. We can go to shading and enable our red outline and make it real thick. And if you want to see what your text looks like, because I'm flying blind, you can drag the node right into the left viewer here, or press the 1 key on your keyboard. 1 or 2. 2 is over here. So now this text is small, don't worry about it, but we're going to drag it over a little bit, and we're going to drag it into the Planar Tracker, and nothing happens. Click on Planar Tracker, come up to operation mode, and instead of track, we want corner pin. And now you see it gives us subscribe, kind of wonky looking. So we're going to start by dragging our right corners over here, and then the left corners, and this will give it a little bit of perspective. This is how we want to start the perspective shift. We want this to look like it's on the same plane as the car. And our text is real small, like I said. So let's click on text 1, go back to the text area, and down on size, we'll just click with our mouse and drag. And if you get too big, it'll start to cut off. See, we've cut off the S and the E. So we'll bring it back down a little bit, maybe a little bit further. And then we need to add a lens distort. So with text 1 selected, Shift Spacebar, and type in lens. And we want lens distortion. So we'll click on that one, click add, and here it is. And it's already helped us out a little bit. And we want to bring this up a little bit because we don't have a ton of lens distortion here. And then we want to bring it up a little bit because this is on the top half of our frame. And then we'll go back to the Planar Tracker, and to fix a little bit of the perspective, we can bring our points around. So we kind of have to use our artistic eye, as it were, and we'll bring that up a little bit, and that looks pretty good. We want to bring these in because we don't have that much. There we go. Oh, that's looking good already. See how it follows this line here? Now, spoiler alert, we won't be able to get rid of this line the way we want to, but what we can do is use our text and go into layout and just drag it up until it just clears that body line right there, okay? And then we might want to go into lens distortion and add just a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. So now it's really following that body line. And then we can drag Planar Tracker over here, click in blank space, shift space bar again, type in HSL, and you'll have the HSL key here. We'll click add, and we'll drag from our output of media in 1 to the input of HSL keyer 1, and then we can drag this up into our first viewer, this being the HSL keyer 1, and control mouse wheel to zoom in. We need to select this color. So we click on our eyedropper, and then we can drag around, and that looks pretty good. We can click plus, drag in here a little bit. All right, and it kept our body line. And now we can merge. So we drag from the output of HSL keyer straight to the output of Planar Tracker 1, and it creates a merge for us, and it keeps our body lines. We lost a little bit of the handle there. So what we can do is go back to text 1, and we can change our text size down a little bit until it just clears. So we're there, and this takes a little bit of fiddling, and there you go. So now we have our text on here. It looks a little bigger over there. So we'll go to our lens distortion, and we can tinker with that ever so slightly. There we go. I think that looks all right. But if we zoom in, you can see we kept our body line. How cool is that? And if you go back to the HSL keyer, it does have matte finesse, so you can change the clean black, which gets rid of more of the body line, the clean white, which blurs it in a little bit. Ooh, I like that. And then black clip and white clip will also change how the filtering works on this. And you can see it pretty easy to mess up, but that's okay. And that looks pretty good right there. It follows the body line, and we're done. And while we wait for Davinci Resolve to do the render cache, hey, boop the like button if you learned anything. Look, we're using the HSL keyer. We're tying it to the Planar Tracker. Got a little bit of lens distortion in there just to fine tune things. And if you want to spend a lot of time on your effect, feel free to. It will help sell it to the viewers. But in this case, it's close enough, and I'm happy with it. So let's go take a look at the finished effect. Here's our finished effect. Let's go. So that's the final wrap effect. Now you can go do it, right? It's pretty simple. There's not a lot to it, but it's really just adding a little bit of pizzazz to something that we already learned if you watched my Planar Tracker video, which I'll leave at the end of this video. But hey, if you like this one, boop the like button. Please consider subscribing. Drop me a comment if you learned anything, and if there's something else in Resolve you'd like to know. And until next time, there's my Planar Tracker video, and there's one YouTube picked for you, and I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.